But the money in the win-win situation in turn leads to the third topic, which is a bad attitude. Now, in general, the attitude of Yu-Gi-Oh is, in my opinion, from what happened a few weeks back with my rant video, most duelists are happy to support each other in deck ideas and that. I mean, some people will suggest some meta cards and that, but once they get the hint, then they'll leave you alone mostly. But in general, the attitude of Yu-Gi-Oh seems to be going the wrong direction, in my opinion. Because from what I've heard, NetDeckers who win-win-win situation and do it for money and everything get a very egotistical attitude and very arrogant attitude, and if the deck doesn't go the way they want it to go, then they take it out on somebody else, which isn't fair, really. It's not their fault your copy deck isn't working for you. It's a common theme in Yu-Gi-Oh where if you build your own deck, you know how to use it properly, and if someone else tries to copy it, then it's not going to respond as well as you know it. And it's a simple concept, and NetDeckers somehow don't seem to understand that when they take it out on somebody. But in general, that the win-win-win attitude and the money attitude it's just not the right attitude to have for Yu-Gi-Oh in general. Yu-Gi-Oh is supposed to be a fun game, but it's becoming more of a money-orientated win-win-win situation game, which, well, to tell you the truth, I'm not going to give up Yu-Gi-Oh anytime soon, because I love it too much. I absolutely love playing this game, and I don't care what kind of duelist I go up against. I do my best against it, and if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. It's simple as that. But the attitude of Yu-Gi-Oh needs to change, basically. People need to stop being so money-focused on values of cards and that, and focused on winning all the time, because it's just going to make you miserable, really, at the end of it. If you concentrate more on having fun and just trying to do your best, that's what life's about. You just do your absolute best at it. So, if people do that, if people start leaning towards that, then I think the game could become better. But as I said, I've only ever had one bad experience with a duelist. And if you guys saw my rant video, you probably might know who that duelist is, but I'm not going to say names. And as I said, it's not aimed at anybody, but just as an example, this duelist, when I did the rant video, said I was being a whiny little bitch, because he said that duelist said that people were trying to help me with my deck, and I was like, no they weren't, they were dictating to me. That's entirely different. And he obviously called me a whiny little bitch about it, and that duelist also said he was ashamed that my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck was online, because it wasn't meta, it wasn't a proper Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. It couldn't win and everything. And I was like, you've never dueled me, you don't know me. How can you say that sort of thing about my deck? Yeah, it still kind of shocks me, really. But apparently this duelist has that win-win-win attitude, and just a bad ego attitude, apparently. And it makes me sad to see that, because apparently this duelist was a good duelist at first, and he enjoyed the game, and then it just went wrong somehow, and I don't know why. But when those kind of duelists come along, it just takes one to ruin everything, really. But in general, a lot of duelists are now banding together against this sort of problem, because I think in general everybody's becoming, not everybody, but most people are becoming tired of NetDeckers and their attitudes, and meta decks with attitude and that in general. Obviously bad attitude is not going to get you anywhere at all, and it's not going to help you in Yu-Gi-Oh either. If you've got a bad attitude, go and sit in the corner and steam it, for goodness sake. Don't take it out on the rest of us, okay? We're here to have fun and to do our best. We don't want to win or anything. We don't want to spoil your game, so please don't spoil ours. That's all I have to say about that, really. So yeah, but in general, apart from that one duelist, I've never really had any bad experiences with net decking. Every time I've, even at Mad for Miniatures, every time I've gone up against the similar decks or same sort of decks, I just saw it as another way, another chance to beat that deck, basically, so I can improve and become better. Of course, I can understand if it's constantly repeating for some duelists and you can get tired of it, but as I said, I enjoy it. I don't care what kind of deck it is or whatever. I enjoy going up against it. I enjoy dueling. I enjoy doing my best. I mean, it doesn't matter if I win or lose. If I do my best, I know I've done my best, you know. But obviously, if it gets really repetitive, then I probably have a different view. But I've never had that sort of thing. So, said in general, I've never had a problem with net decking. Apart from that one person with a bad attitude. But other than that, I mean, a lot of duelists are starting to get together now and say, you know, we're sick and tired of net decking, you know, let's stop it. I mean, most of the members of the KCP don't like net decking in general. So that's Kalo Shade, Dark Petition 84, Scapegoat User, Neo Nexodus, Max Warrior 72, Nutter Lord of Light, Ultimate Gamer 31, Heavenly Guinea Pig, Chris Anime Guy. You know, all these people have their own unique deck styles and that, and I admire them for that. I mean, but there's some duelists, you know, who have sort of that I admire, that, you know, that have sort of what people would say would be typical meta decks or net decks and that, such as Umbreon from the Shadow and Dragon's Duelist Girl and that. Some people would say they have typical meta decks or net decks, but at the same time, they're unique styles, and I really love watching them duel and all that. It's really fun to watch. So yeah, that's it for the video, really. Yeah, so that's just my thoughts and opinions in general about net decking. Just to summarise it, it can be good for creative ideas and for newbies to teach them the tournament style, but in general, the win-win attitude, how it has become so money orientated, and the bad attitude that seems to be among players in general is making it horrible, and I can see why. But as I said, maybe the game will improve. Hopefully it will, because if you behave badly or if you have a bad attitude, no one's going to like you, no one's going to be with you. It's as simple as that. So anyway, yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions on that with net decking, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again in the next video. So till then, me and my Shining Dragon Celine are signing out. Bye!